Happy October! It's Pitney's birthday week, and we're celebrating by, well, talking about how much we hated high school. But it's fun, though. We're a little all over the place, as per usual. Let's get to it. Welcome to Pitney and Amelia's Bitchin' Boutique!
We may be awful,
But we're right! So I found out about this thing. I first heard about it related to, like, I don't know if it's necessarily my old high school, but it's definitely high schools in the town where I went to high school. Mm. And I'm learning that it is definitely like a thing. Like, I talked to Angie, our friend and listener, Angie. Hi, Angie.
Oh, dear Angie.
Dear Angie, whose son, super fan, who just graduated from high school this year. It's very, very exciting. Our biggest fan. But she... And
wherever he goes to college, I want pictures of him in that town in the fabric store sniffing the chemical finish.
Sniffing fabric,
like they sent me before. Because that is the highlight of my life, is getting the picture of him sniffing the chemical finish. Just saying.
Oh, yes. Y'all should go back to not this... Was it... No... New Year's before last, when we had our 4-hour New Year's Eve extravaganza. Angie and Sean were our guests on one of the hours of our big New Year's Eve live stream. Anyway, but Angie assured me that this actually is a thing. So now, apparently it is a thing to, I guess, raise money for, like, parent-teacher organization things or something, where, like, you auction off or the parents buy a parking space for their senior student, and then the student, like, paints their personal parking spot in the school parking lot.
Okay, that's kind of cool, actually, for the student, you know.
See, my reaction to it was very, very different. But maybe, do you remember when you lived here? Do you remember Westlake High? Do you remember Westlake High in Austin?
Yeah, I remember
Westlake High Westlake being, like, the rich part of town.
Oh, yeah, it's like all the white snotty kids, right? Yeah.
Westlake High being, like, back when our Lord and Savior Ann Richards was governor, and she was talking about, like, doing, like, a Robin Hood thing, like, trying to be fair to all the schools in the state, because there was such a huge discrepancy between rich schools and poor schools, and the local paper was trying to explain to people what the difference is between, like, because you really only know the school your kids go to. Like, you don't know other schools.
Oh,
so
of course,
the local paper used Westlake as an example of a rich school, and then the school that I went to, that I graduated from, was the example of a poor school. So
location, now, right?
I'm reading a tweet from the Twitter account Evil Mopac ATX, which is a great Twitter account that I love. Offering a parking space at a high school for $20,000 might be the most Westlake thing in the long history of Westlake things.
$20,000? Oh my god, I thought it was a cool idea until I heard that.
Buy a reserved parking spot at Westlake High. PTO is auctioning off 2 parking spots beginning at $5,000 and then 1 spot at a buy it now price of $20,000.
Is there only 2 that they're selling?
Well, they were auctioning off 2 spots beginning at $5,000. The auction starts at $5,000. And
holy shit.
And somebody there was an update here. Spot number 3 just sold to Hunter's parents, Todd and Stacy, for $20,000, for further validating how totally normal it is for a 17-year-old to be driving a 2022 Range Rover, and no doubt reinforcing an ironclad value system of hard work and sacrifice for the kid.
And and the special, Todd and Stacy have a son named Hunter.
And then,
isn't that special?
And someone who replied to this account said, "It's a bit sad how obsessed you are with Westlake Hills. Let me guess, you graduated from Austin High or some other mediocre shithole, couldn't get into an elite college, so you ended up at A&M or Texas, and are now in some middle management dead-end job that makes you so insecure that you have to pile on people who are simply more successful than you? Have a great day, loser."
Oh my god.
Like, A&M or Texas are not really fucking good, expensive colleges. Fuck you.
I know, but they both of those colleges, like, excel.
Yeah, goddamn right.
Oh my god.
And they Googled the person who sent them back, and they were like, that asshole graduated from SMU, so fuck you. Anyway, so...
Oh my god, for real?
Yeah. So anyway,
that's fabulous.
Let's all just, we're out here, let's just throw a bunch of Texas colleges around. Anyway, so, people outside of Texas are like, I don't even know what SMU is.
Well, it all makes sense to me.
Yeah,
but
people outside of Texas are like, I know, believe me, we know. If you're not in Texas, you don't give a shit. I know, I get it. I remember when I moved here, and people in Texas really didn't understand that if you're not in Texas, you don't care. I get it.
I know, but the whole thing,
I'm
still trying to wrap my mind around $20,000, because when you told me that, I was like, that's a really cool idea, and I was thinking it was going to be, I don't know, $300, $400, right. And I thought that was pretty cool.
But Westlake, $20,000, sure, it's fun for little Mitzi or Kitsy or whatever the fuck her name is, little Mackenzie with 3 K's and a Y or whatever. It's like, it's, and of course, let me also go back to and then the student decorates the parking spot. And
see, I love that, but I got something to say about that too.
See, if it was you or me,
I actually love that.
If it was you or me, now of course, let me just go back to my senior year of high school, where I was allowed to use the family station wagon if I needed to drive to school, which I only did on occasion. I still took the bus most of the time because there was really no need for me to drive to school because I had a bus. But I preferred, because sometimes if you took the bus, sometimes there'd be a cow in the road. And because we were out in the country. And if you're in a car, if you're in a bus, you can't just turn around on a 2-lane country road. But if you're in a car, you have a little more wiggle room to be like, fuck it, I'm going the other way,
Yeah.
Or to just be like, fuck it, I'm going around this cow. Because if a cow is in the middle of the road, you can't make a cow do anything it doesn't want to do. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, hell no. It's just going to stare at you like you're nuts.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so... I can't, there was nothing less glamorous than me driving the mid-70s orange and paneling station wagon to school.
Oh, I feel you, because I had a big 1976 metallic gold Plymouth Duster.
Well, that's pretty fucking fabulous.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't fabulous at the time.
I know.
It's fabulous now, but at the time it was embarrassing.
I know, like when I had my 77 Nova, like I didn't fully appreciate how fucking awesome it was to have a 77 Chevy Nova.
Yeah, and it was like, it wasn't that my parents couldn't afford to buy me a car. It's just they wouldn't, and they just thought it was unthinkable.
Oh, no, my parents absolutely could have. I mean, they bought my sister a Buick, but my grandmother, hadn't driven her car in 10 years, and just around the time when it was time for me to have a car. So it was like, here, you can drive your grandmother's old car. They wouldn't have done that to my sister, but it was good enough for me.
Know, but and I remember, and think back, this was like 1985, right? So this is a long time ago. Remember when the Miatas just came out?
God.
Those were hot shit. Mm-hmm. And I remember this bitch, Leanne Molinaro.
Oh my God.
Leanne Molinaro had a cherry red Miata. And she thought she was such hot shit. And she was one of those, like, popular girls that would, like, call me fag and stuff.
Oh, God.
And I remember going by one time and dumping out a whole blue Slurpee on her seat because she would always keep the top off.
Oh, I'm so glad you did that. Oh, God. I just remember this one bitch.
And she never knew it was me. Or, but anyway. But
well, I'm sure she was a complete cunt to so many people in your school.
Oh, she was terrible.
The list of possible suspects, I'm sure, was quite long. There was one cunt in my school that was in my grade that, I'll just say, a 16-year-old should not get a BMW for her 16th birthday. That is so fucking inappropriate.
Oh my God.
Especially
really?
Not at a school that is like the poorest fucking high school in Central Texas. That's
I hope people keyed it all the time.
I hated her so much. And I
hope it was keyed.
And I will just say this. That bitch proudly has on her goddamn Facebook page pictures of her sitting next to Greg Abbott at a pro-life event.
Oh, isn't that special?
And she still has that fucking look on her face that she always had.
Well, I wish her nothing but the worst.
Mm-hmm. That fucking bitch.
Say this happened back in the day when we were in high school. Mm-hmm. Think back of who you were.
Oh my God.
In 1980, let's just say, because I know you graduated before me. Or
after you. Excuse me.
After me.
Excuse me. I am younger than you.
So let's just say 1984. Let's pick a median time, right?
Well, 86 would have been the time between us.
Oh my God.
Because you were 85 and I was 87.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's say 1986, median time, who you were in 1986.
Oh my God.
What would you have painted on your parking spots?
So, okay, are we assuming that I was a completely different person? Like
No, I'm saying going back to who you were at the time.
But who I was at the time, I would not have said anything to my parents, and I would not have had a parking spot.
Oh,
so
okay,
we're assuming that I liked the things that I liked, but I also had a completely different personality.
Yeah, so let's say your parents insisted on buying you a car because they thought it was so fabulous, and they bought you a parking spot. What would you have painted on it? If you were the person you were in 86.
I think I would have, I think there would have been a TARDIS in there somewhere. Mm-hmm. But nobody would have known what it was. Because in 1986, there weren't very many Doctor Who fans. Yeah, and only Doctor Who fans would have known what a TARDIS was.
Yeah, but that's okay.
There would have been something indicating Culture Club. Mm-hmm. There would have been something indicating Rocky Horror. Probably Lips. Probably the Rocky Horror Lips. I probably would have created some kind of like a collage sort of an idea. I probably would have incorporated some sort of I would have figured out some way to incorporate like some kind of like a Michelangelo motif in there somehow. Because that was like my art obsession.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the main things I can think of.
Okay. Oh, and I just got to say, until we went to that exhibit together, the Sistine Chapel,
Yeah.
I didn't know you were into
Oh my
Michelangelo.
God.
How did I not know that? But you were so knowledgeable about it and so, like, geeking out on it, and I thought it was awesome.
I think it was
to
probably...
see you.
Oh my God.
Because you were just like, ah.
I think it's because
it was really cool.
Because all of my art classes and stuff I took them here.
Okay.
It's like I
didn't know that.
I mean, I have a lot of art books and shit, and yeah, I don't even think I read Agony and the Ecstasy until after I moved to Texas. So, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, 86 was a weird year for me because I graduated 85.
Right.
And I went through all these changes because I officially, came out.
Right.
In 84. Early in my senior year.
Well, you weren't out to me.
Yeah.
You weren't out to me till more like 85, 86.
Yeah, but I came out early in my senior year. And then I started going to, the Upstart Crow Cafe and everything. So that's when I was introduced to all the goth.
That's when you became a goth,
scene.
Yes.
Because I met all these people and I was like, oh my God, they like me and they're gay. And
right.
I didn't know anything about that music, but it was like my senior year, I got obsessed with The Cure and Depeche Mode and all of that shit. So it's like I was really different in 86. If this is the year we're going for, right?
Right.
Than I was before that. So I think who I was in 86, if I had to decorate a parking spot, I would have definitely had something Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I probably would have had a scarf or something because I was very into Tom Baker.
That's true. You could have done like a border around the edge that would have been like his scarf. Yeah.
It would have been something Doctor Who, definitely. But I think about who I was in 86 and it's so different from who I was before or after that. I probably would have had some weird Depeche Mode thing.
Yeah.
Some weird Morrissey thing. I shouldn't say Morrissey.
But the Smiths, yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting looking back in 86 what I would, it would have just been some real faggy.
Oh, God.
Pop music bullshit.
Some Anne Clark, Smiths. Yeah. Oh, God.
But it was weird. I think, although I would have had this fear if I had, because we're talking about if we were
it would have been at school, so it'd be very revealing.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, no matter what I did, the motherfuckers I went to school with, it would have been defaced, it would have had fag written on it, it would have whatever, because it was mine.
Well, that's one of the things, because back then, I mean, something like that couldn't have even... It couldn't have even existed because bullying was so much worse than it is now. Like, you couldn't have anything that was yours.
Oh, bullying was the way of life, and I mean, teachers, they didn't give a fuck, because teachers were like that, too. Oh, look at that little gay kid.
Self-expression?
Look at that weirdo. Oh, my God, and I'm sorry, 90% of teachers were like that back then, and no one's going to tell me different, because I'm right.
Yeah. So, the idea of students getting to express themselves in anything like that. I mean, nobody really had the freedom to reveal who they were because that was part of what high school was like very, very, very quietly figuring out who you were, but not actually revealing it to anybody.
Yeah, but don't you remember, people would be like, oh my God, Miss So-and-so is so cool. She's loving, and she accepted me for this, and she encouraged me in that, and that was rare. That was an exceptional teacher.
Right.
I think now it's more common.
Oh yeah, like there might be like one teacher in
it's
the
more
school
common now
that students like, or like students would like hang out in a teacher's classroom because that was like a safe place to be.
But back then it was, yeah. But I just when you first said that, I was like, I instantly thought of like, no matter what I did, it would have been defaced.
Yeah. That was one of the things, like, because in high school, that was part of the whole point of having, like, cliques. Of, like, having your little, very tight-knit group of friends, because that was the only way you could be safe. Was to have your little, like, at least these people. I trust these people.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm with these people, I'm okay. Because everyone else who isn't in my little group, I don't trust any of those motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, and I think I had, like, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of friends outside of high school, so, I survived.
Yeah.
But anyway, as far as, like, the painting thing, but it's interesting, like, had I been in high school, it would have been Doctor Who, Rocky Horror, Kiss.
Yeah.
It would have been totally different, my decoration. But in 86, the year after, because that was my weird finding myself phase, totally different. That's kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And
like 86, like, because I hadn't been... Because, I mean, it was so weird for me because at that school, like, I still didn't really know most of those people very well. Like, it wasn't like if I had stayed in California and I had stayed with all these people that I had known from grade school. And, there were people that, even if I didn't have a lot of friends, I at least had people that I'd known longer than a year and a half,
Yeah.
And so it was just I basically reverted back to the way I was when I was a little kid and we moved constantly and I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So it was just, I'd gone back to being an alien again.
Yeah, and our mutual friend Kevin,
mm-hmm.
I went one day, I don't think I ever told you about this. We had different days off for some reason, the public school system and the private school system. There was a day that I had off that Kevin did not have off. So I went with him as a guest one day to Santa Teresa High School and spent the day with him.
Yeah, I don't think he went to Santa Teresa.
Was it Santa Teresa?
I think he went to Oak Grove.
Oh, maybe Oak Grove. Okay, maybe Oak Grove.
Yeah, because I didn't know him from school. I only knew him from the Doctor Who fan club.
Oh, so it was, anyway, whatever, South San Jose.
Even though he and I lived really close together, we went to completely different
schools. Okay, maybe it was Oak Grove.
Because
anyway,
the way those lines were drawn was very weird.
But I went with him to school one day as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to all his classes with him. And it was interesting because I'd never been in a public school before, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, my God.
But I was surprised because I thought me being in my, little teeny Catholic school where there was 25 people per, class. And I'm not saying per class, I'm saying like 25 people senior.
Per grade.
People junior, yeah. I thought somehow public school was like this manna from heaven that I missed out on.
Oh.
But oh no, because I was very disheartened when I realized that Kevin was bullied at school too.
Oh, yeah.
People were making fun of him and making fun of me for being there with him. Oh, are you fags? Are you fags?
Yeah.
And I remember somebody pushing him and calling him, "Where are you going, Doctor Who Jr.?"
Aww.
So he was bullied too, and I thought that somehow public school was like this holy grail of acceptance.
Oh, God, no. God, no.
Because everybody that I knew from Rocky Horror and the Doctor Who Club went to Lincoln High School just from where I lived, right?
Right.
And they were all these cool theater kids because just of the context.
Right.
But I realized that, that bullshit happened there too. It is very disappointing.
Oh, yeah. They went to Rocky Horror to get away from how gross public school was, too.
Yeah, but I was fascinated. I'd never been to public school before, and it was so cool for me that one day because there were so many people, and some was just like, oh. But then people were mean to him, too, and I was just like, oh, fuck this shit. It just would have been, more people would have been mean to me. Instead of 5, I would have had 20.
Oh, totally, yeah. Oh, my God.
But yeah, I went there. It was really weird. I don't remember when in the school year it was, but that was interesting. I went to school with him one day.
God, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine allowing that. Allowing someone to just tag along at school with you. That's cool.
But anyway, if anybody wants to write us, that might be an interesting thing. Think back of when, let's see, you were a senior in high school, whenever that was.
Yeah, assuming this painting your thing is not a thing that you would have had. Yeah,
but what would you have decorated your parking space with that everybody could see?
Yeah, if you were going to reveal yourself to the rest of your school like that. Yeah, because some people, I mean, the kinds of things that I'm seeing, because people are, like, taking parents are, like, proudly posting pictures on their Facebook pages of, oh, look at my kid's parking spot. And it's like, he loves his Chevy truck, so it's like, oh, look at the Chevy logo, or whatever. It's like, oh my God, how fucking...
Oh my God, straight boys are so gross. I know, and I could totally see that. They're so stupid. Oh my God.
It's the first thing I thought of, is like, oh my God, I fucking hate the sick heterosexual life.
I know. Oh my God, straight boys are so gross. Like, I totally see the Chevy logo. Oh my God.
It's like, I mean, even if you were, like, really into something really high end, if a car manufacturer logo is the best you can come up with, it's like, it's literally a parking space. It's like you're representing a car in a parking lot. That's the best you can do.
I think it's so gross.
It could be anything, and that's what you come up with. Why don't you just draw a picture of a tire? I mean, it's like,
because, like, boring ass straight boys have no minds. Their minds have not been developed.
It's almost like
they're too busy thinking about pussy to think about anything real.
Oh my God.
You know?
Oh my God. It's like, I guess they're just as awful as they're just as stupid and awful as they were, when we were that age.
I know. But that would be interesting. So, Sean,
pretend it's last year when you were a senior.
What is your parking space going to look like?
Yeah.
And it better be a big picture of me.
Eating a saltine cracker with dog food on it.
Yeah, dog food and a dollop of ketchup.
Looking for a geek podcast? We're the Fellowship of the Geeks. We talk about comics, movies, TV, books, games, pretty much whatever gets our attention. And our attention is kind of all over the place. And full disclosure, we get a little ranty at times. Well, a lot of times. Pretty much all the time. But anyway, come check out the Fellowship of the Geeks podcast. You can find us wherever you normally get your podcasts.
Before I found out about the Westlake one, though, it was literally someone that I know who posted a thing about the fucking Chevy logo.
Oh, that's so gross.
And it's just like, you're so gross.
I've seen like ghetto-ass people at work at Target with tattoos of, like, car things. And I'm like, what the flying fuck?
I mean, I don't know if he ever actually got that tattoo, but the one time I had a conversation with JR, he told me he was gonna get a tattoo of the Adobe logo.
Oh, I remember that. Oh,
did he ever actually get it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
But
who knows?
I have told people about, like, I knew a guy who was gonna get a tattoo of the Adobe logo because he was so loyal to the fucking brand.
Oh my god, I'm gonna shave off my eyebrows and I'm gonna have tattoos. Alfa Romeo.
Oh my god. I mean, I like my car, but I don't like...
Oh my god, you could get Kia across the front of your neck, Kia.
Kia Soul. I don't think about it and rub my nipples.
I know.
Okay,
oh my god, so imagine some scrawny 19-year-old motherfucker, skinnier than me.
I have no problem imagining that.
With curly hair that looks like a total dork that we'd see at a con.
Happily. Okay, yes. Yes, please.
But
yes.
Then imagine a tattoo across his neck that says, Fatal.
Fatal?
Fatal. I saw that asshole at work yesterday.
Fatal? Oh, he thinks he's so tough. And I just wanted
to grab him by his curls and slap him in the face. And it's like, you little bitch, like, who the fuck do you... With your fatal neck tattoo. And this kid was not
tough.
More than 20.
Oh, he's street. He's street.
Oh, please. Fatal. And he's also utterly unemployable for the rest of his life, too.
Oh my god, I bet he thinks he's a rapper. Oh, speaking of... okay.
God.
What the fuck? Okay, speaking of that. Have you noticed... Maybe you haven't. All the white rappers... They're not even trying to look tough anymore. All the white rappers look like the boys who used to be on the cover of, like, Tiger Beat in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen Young Gravy?
No, but it sounds like a weird gay porn name, though.
He might as well be Andy Gibb. Or like a new Hidden Gibb brother. Young Y-U-N-G Gravy. If you Googled him now...
That sounds like so weird gay porn.
It's a horrible name. The only reason why I know him is there was I don't know... if it was an MTV Music Awards, if it was a Billboard Awards. I don't know. I don't care. But he showed up with some old broad. Some woman in her 40s. And he's like 22. And apparently he likes the old bitches.
And I probably would think he was hot, huh?
No, his hair's... He probably want him to shave his head or something.
Oh, okay.
But... because he has, like, Andy Gibb hair.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay.
But, like, apparently he's like a rapper. Because I'm looking at him thinking, what is he, like a country singer or something? It's like, no, he's a rapper. And it's like, how can he be a rapper? He looks like a 70s disco singer. He's like, what is he, Leif Garrett? I mean, they're all, like, soft... pale, suburban white boys who aren't even trying to be tough anymore.
Well, because it's all about the teen girl audience. It's like that's the new...
Like, rap is so pussy
people that go
now.
For, like, the NSYNC or Bieber sort of audience, I guess.
But, like, rap is so far removed from what it was that it's like, it's kids bop now?
Yeah.
Oh... I mean, I'm not the audience for it, surely, but
oh god,
I think I have the right to say no to that.
I mean, I used to like Eminem.
I know, but but
he's the real fucking deal.
Yeah, he's
like
the real has an edge deal. To him.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he's seen some shit. You know, he's lived some life. These guys look like, you know, they went to prep school.
Oh yeah, so it's like the new kids are the NSYNC of now, I guess.
Oh my god!
Except it's a guy. You know.
But somehow they're even softer than that. I mean, like they literally look like they look like they have no calluses on their hands. Like they get pedicures. Like I mean, their hair is very well conditioned.
Yeah.
You know, they have no pores. Like they just.
Oh, speaking of that, oh my god, it was the weirdest thing. So I saw. Okay, so these people came into work, right? Hispanic guy, real fashionable, those fashionable haircuts that I don't like now, but it was really hot on him. Where they have the really straight, perfectly shaved, straight bangs.
Like almost like a Caesar cut?
Yeah. But it's real short.
Oh, wait. That has a name. I used to know what the name is.
But anyway, but I normally don't anyway, but this guy was so fucking hot. It's like this hot Hispanic kind of hip hop. Oh my god, he was so hot, right?
Okay.
You know, when you have this really hot girl that was with him, holding his hand and blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And I just remember thinking, like, oh, that guy is so hot, but I better not even try to make eyes at him because, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, obviously straight. But what I noticed, I thought it was so fascinating, lip gloss and clear nail polish.
I like it.
Perfectly manicured nails, clear nail polish, and lip gloss. Obviously kind of thug as far as image goes, right?
Right.
Is that a thing now? I was like, wow, how fascinating. I hadn't seen that before. Obviously straight.
But a little on the Bobby Trendy side.
You know, but but the lip gloss and maybe that's a thing now.
I mean, I appreciate a guy having nice nails because if he's gonna put his fingers in places, he better have nice nails.
Yeah, but oh man, this guy was so
But
hot.
lip gloss is
and
interesting.
It's like, is that a thing now? And I hadn't seen the manicures. I haven't noticed the manicures before, but I've actually seen the lip gloss a couple times on young, fashionable, you know, sort of like clubby Hispanic guys in their 20s.
And it's always Hispanic guys.
Yeah, so it
That's
must be just like a thing. And I was just like, wow, okay.
And that could be regional too, because but then again, you know, I don't leave my house, so I don't know what.
And I thought it was cool. I mean, there's no judgment there. I thought it was cool. And all these guys are like young and cute and hot. They're like the cute like club boys,
right?
That are going out to get all the chicks, you know. It's not a
so
gay
you're
thing
seeing
at all.
so you're not seeing them look like this at like noon. You're seeing them look like this in the evening.
Yeah, it's like clubby, straight Hispanic guys.
But they're dressed like this, like to go out.
Yeah, and they come in and they buy their liquor at night.
Okay,
at
because that makes a difference.
I work in.
They're not dressed like this at 10 in the morning.
Oh my God.
So they're definitely going out in the evening. This is not, I'm dressing at this 10 o'clock because I'm going to work.
Yeah, and it's a thing. Isn't that interesting?
Okay. It does definitely, it's more of an evening look. That does.
And to me, I'm like, ew, you thuggy straight motherfucker. Look at those DSLs.
Yeah.
But yes, not so much.
I wonder if it's flavored lip gloss. Like, I'm very intrigued.
I don't know, but it's so interesting. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
That's very interesting.
And I thought black nail polish was so out of vogue. But you would not imagine the early 20-somethings that both work at my store and that come through the check lanes at my store.
Oh, yeah.
So many young guys with black nails.
I'm here for it. I'm all about it.
I love it, but I was like, goth ended a long time ago. My Chemical Romance has not been popular in 15 years. So what's up with the black nail polish? I don't understand, what fad it is right now that's causing it, but I think it's great.
Maybe it's because Sandman is on Netflix. Maybe
I don't know.
Sandman's
I'm too old to even know what's sparking it, but I think it's awesome. Because you know me, in fact, as I speak, I'm looking, my toenails are black as we speak.
But of course they are.
Because my toenails are always black.
I think, especially now that it's so much easier to get all the cool colors of nail polish. Because, remember when it used to be hard to get?
Yeah.
You used to have to know where to go to get black nail polish. Now you can get it at any drugstore. So, and you could only get it at Halloween. Now you can get it year round. So now everyone should be wearing it all the time.
Oh, I think it's great. And now I'm so excited because, I changed departments at work.
Yay!
So, as of Monday, we are recording on a Saturday, so 2 days from now, I'm no longer working with food.
Yay!
Which means I can wear my earrings again.
Yay!
I can wear my bracelets again, and I can paint my nails again. And you bet your ass I'm painting my nails black.
Hooray! Hooray! Oh, and you know what? As long as we're talking about stuff, since the last time we recorded, because a couple episodes ago, I was talking about how I was going to get on new meds. I would like to report that I have now been on Zoloft for a little over a week, and I fucking love Zoloft.
That's fabulous.
I love Zoloft, and I know that there are people out there who don't like Zoloft, but I gotta say, when you're someone who's been under so much stress that your brain gives you nothing but bad dreams every night, because your brain has to filter through all the stress that you're under, and it takes all night, and it can't get through it all. And so every morning you wake up exhausted because your brain hasn't finished filing away all the stressful shit from the day. The first thing I noticed, the first night I had trouble sleeping, but the next day when I woke up, the first thing I realized was I didn't have bad dreams last night. And after a couple of days, I realized I haven't had a bad dream yet. It's been over a week. I haven't had a single night of waking up going, oh shit, my dreams were terrible. It's been over a year of every single night having nothing but frustrating or just terrible, awful dreams. And since I've been on this medication, I haven't had a bad dream.
That's fabulous. And I remember you telling me that, and I remember you sharing with me that you were having those,
Yeah.
And, I always have, I go through these cycles of recurring nightmares, right?
Yeah.
But since I started on mirtazapine, and God, this has been months and months now.
Yeah.
No more nightmares.
God,
but I do have very vivid dreams, but they're fascinating and interesting.
Yeah.
But there's no more nightmares, so I am so about psychotropic drugs.
God damn it. I cannot wait, because my therapist is on vacation right now, and very soon I will be having my first appointment back with her. I can't wait to tell her how good I'm doing.
Yeah, that's good. And I think everybody should be on Zoloft or mirtazapine.
Oh my God.
Now, there's actual, a brand name for mirtazapine, but I can't remember what it is. Do you?
I have no idea.
I mean, it's easily lookable. It doesn't even matter. I mean, whatever.
I mean, I'm on the generic whatever of Zoloft it is. I just
so it's probably Ipine or Pram or something, right?
Yeah, not a clue. Not a clue. But no,
that's awesome.
But it's the fucking best, man. It's just, and the thing is, like, I can tell the difference in my body it's like my body is resting when I'm sleeping now. Like, that is making a difference. And I'm starting to realize, like, the amount of, without going into, Pitney knows what my life is right now, and I am not going to go into it, but it's family shit, fun. But it's like, the amount of actual stress that my life is throwing at me right now, the fact that I'm just fucking handling it. If this was a few months ago, if this was happening a few months ago, I don't think I would be able to handle it the way I'm handling it right now.
Oh, yeah, I'd be like, girl, you're getting on a plane and you're coming here and staying for 3 weeks.
I mean, I'm just like, something is put, I mean, I was making phone calls yesterday. Phone calls to strangers.
Yeah.
To like, set things up. You know how impossible that is for me? I'm just like, oh, I need to take care of something. I'm going to make a phone call and talk to someone I've never spoken to before. Here, let me just make this phone call. What? Let me handle this situation on the phone with a stranger. What?
No. See, what? I love pills.
I love goddamn pills. Drugs are great. Hear, hear. Hooray for drugs. Saints. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Being Pitney's birthday week, I thought it was only fitting to feature the patron saints of coffee and cigarettes. Because, of course, there have to be patron saints of coffee and cigarettes. I was so excited when I started my research, my little googly fingers all tippy-tapping like, hey, Saint Bruno. But what do I see? Nothing but sites talking about St. Bruno tobacco. As in, St. Bruno being a type of tobacco. Excuse me? The company selling that tobacco doesn't even explain why they named it that. And there are lots of Saints Bruno, too. You got your Bruno of Cologne, your Bruno the Great, the Bishop of Segni, the Duke of Saxony, the Imperial Chancellor of Italy, and Bishop of friggin' Würzburg. All Catholic saints named Bruno, but ain't none of them the patron saint of tobacco. So, how come I keep getting hits pointing me to Bruno when Bruno comes up empty every time? Is this why we don't talk about Bruno? Look, I even went to Catholic.org, the Saints and Angels section. You can search by patronage there, or go to the big alphabetical list. No patron saint of cigarettes, or tobacco, nothing. I mean, there's a patron saint of friggin' hemorrhoids. Which reminds me, at one point I googled cigarettes like just one more time, and Saint Fiacre popped up. And I was like, dude, I already know you, and I know that ain't it. Now, some of y'all might recall, in addition to being the patron saint of gardeners and hemorrhoids, Saint Fiacre was one of the dueling saints of dick disease. So, I apologize that I don't have anything to say about one of the saints, Bruno, who might have something to do with smoking cigarettes because apparently the connection between tobacco and some guy named Bruno who was canonized is a well-kept secret. But coffee. Coffee's got a saint, right? Damn Skippy. It's Saint Drogo. Only... Damn it, Amelia, don't do this. Don't tell us he's not the patron saint of coffee. Okay, look. Drogo was a dude who could bilocate, which means he could be in two places at once. Like, he could be out working in the fields and in church during Mass at the same time. Cool, huh? And then, at one point, dude ends up with some kind of illness that made him all deformed, and the villagers got scared to look at him. So he went to live in some room at the church for like 40 years, and he survived on nothing but barley and water and communion wafers. And that's pretty much his whole story. And I know you're thinking, where's the coffee, Amelia? Well, you know how when people talk about tea, they could be talking about a drink made from the plant called tea, or a drink made from boiling the dried leaves of pretty much any plant. Now, there's a lot of arguing among hipster coffee freaks, apparently, about how some dude in Flanders in the 12th century couldn't have brewed up a pot of the kind of Joe we know now, because that came from Ethiopia a few hundred years later. But seriously, a patron saint is a patron saint, and Drogo is the patron saint of coffee brewers and ugly people, and I stand by that. So, you know, happy birthday, Pitney! So even though right now it's a little early, but when this episode goes out, it will be your birthday week. Pitney's birthday. La 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 la. Pitney's birthday. I mean, you know, it was my birthday this year and we did a big thing, so we shouldn't let Pitney's birthday go by without a mention.
Yeah, and I am turning the big 5-5.
Yes!
You know, and had this been, if I still was at home, I would have been having my 6th annual 50th camp out, but, you know.
Yes.
6th or 5th? Yeah, 6th.
Yeah, because you started with 50, so this would be 6th, yeah.
But alas, but what we're doing is like the Ramses exhibit is at the De Young Museum right now in San Francisco.
Yes!
So the day after my birthday, which is my day off, me and Mom are going to go to San Francisco and go to Ramses.
Yeah, which people who listen will think, but didn't you just go to that? But because they remember you saying you were going to go when you went up there, but you changed your mind when you went up there because you're going to go later.
Yeah.
You know, people who listen closely and pay very close attention and care a lot about our lives were confused just now.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. And that's all, you know, that's all. Whatever. It's not, yeah.
But, you know, a friend of mine just this past weekend just this week went to the Ramses exhibit, and she loved it.
Oh,
yes.
good.
Oh my God, it looks so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Cool. You know, they have like a virtual reality thing that you put the helmets on.
Oh, nice.
And then you sit in the chairs, and apparently the chairs move back and forth and up and down like you go through the tomb, and so the chair moves down and we're going down the stairs.
Oh my God, I would love that.
And I told Mom about it, and I was like, this may freak you out. No, she's like, oh no, I totally want to do it. I've never done anything like this before. And I'm like, okay.
Has she ever gone to like an IMAX or anything like that?
Yeah,
she's done that kind of stuff? Okay.
And I did look into it to see if people that have to wear glasses. and apparently it's accommodating to glasses, so...
Well, it should, because so many of us do.
Yeah, so anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting...
Oh my God, that's
thing.
fun.
And Mom is like, I'm going to take you out to dinner wherever you want to go. And of course, where I would want to go would be some weird ethnic place that Mom can't handle.
Right.
But I will pick out something in San Francisco that's neutral.
There's
because there's thousands and thousands of restaurants there. Yeah.
Yes. God, it's too bad that you can't go to Zim's.
Oh my God. Actually, she would be horrified by that, but I would love it. But
yeah, it's too bad Zim's isn't there anymore. Have we talked about Zim's? Oh God, surely we have.
Oh, we have. Yeah, we have.
Oh
we
my
have talked about the
God,
glamour of Zim's.
Zim's was amazing.
But I don't know. So we'll go. I'm just going to, figure out someplace, on 19th Street or something on that end near Golden Gate Park, because I don't want to deal with downtown or the wharf or any of that shit,
I mean, it's such a touristy area. There's tons of restaurants down there. So, and there's, if I remember right, isn't Little Italy kind of down that way?
I honestly don't know.
I feel like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, God. I used to know. I used to know things.
I mean, it's not that far from, Japan stuff, but...
Right.
Mom's not into that, but we'll find some place, and, it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, it's going to be fun.
I mean, it's almost hard to get bad food in San Francisco, unless you go to Zim's, which no longer exists.
Oh, I loved it so much. But, so that'll be fun, but that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sarah and Sylvia was like, oh, let's do something to celebrate your birthday. And I'm just like, yeah, that sounds great, but I just literally don't have time.
I mean, really, a quiet day and a nice nap is, the best possible way to spend a day,
because right now, I got my work status changing, and I'm going to start working one more day a week.
Right. Yeah, because you're about to head into holiday time.
Yeah, and I got my pagan workshop going, which I'm working on the website on, and we're going live soon. And I've been working on that.
Oh my God.
Then I have Bitchin' Boutique to record for.
Yes.
And we have the floors being redone and all the furniture being moved out of the house and new furniture coming in.
Oh my God.
So there's a lot of shit going on in my life right now that I barely have time to do anything.
Oh my God.
And it's like, oh, I love you and thank you so much for wanting to take me out for my birthday, but talk to me in about a month.
Yeah,
Because I don't have fucking time for it right now, and the best birthday gift you could give me is leave me the fuck alone.
Oh my God, he's not putting more pressure on me. Yeah.
Yeah. Leave me the fuck alone for my birthday week, and I'll be happy to talk to you 10 days after, and we can figure something out.
Oh my God. Yeah, in fact, that actually is a good segue into... We always do an all the horror thing every October, and this year we are not putting on our own all the horror thing. We had a great idea. It was brilliant.
Fabulous idea, but too much research, too much.
It was too much work. We're going to put it off. We're going to do it next year. It's going to be amazing. I am going to be on Fellowship of the Geek talking about a movie. I may show up if I can elbow my way into some other shows. I'm going to do that, but we just couldn't get it together this year because we both are just too insanely busy. And stressed out this year.
For the next couple weeks, I'm seriously in I love you, but leave me the fuck alone mode.
Yeah, and this past month, and the past few months, I mean, our last couple episodes, we've talked a lot about how, we've both just been way too damn busy and stressed out, and things just are not going to get any easier anytime soon. And so this whole year has been insane.
Yeah, and it's frustrating because everybody that I know, with the exception of Sarah and Sylvia, right, are still in Texas.
Yeah.
And y'all are 2 hours later than me, so I get home from work. I'm going to be up for 6 hours.
Yeah.
I want to talk on the phone and be social.
And I'm getting in bed.
But for y'all, it's like 11 o'clock midnight.
Well, my husband is still up, but I'm asleep.
Yeah, so when I get off work, if I call you and be like, Amelia, let's talk about me, and watch this video, it's midnight for you. I can't even do that,
Yeah.
So, but that's okay. Things will start settling down for me, at least, in, I don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks. Once the floors are done, the furniture comes, everything's moved back. This goddamn website is done for my pagan classes because I'm building a website. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Ooh.
And it's making me want to throw the computer across the room sometimes because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
But it's going to be cool.
But I'm really excited about it.
I got my neighbor across the street who has done a custom watercolor of my design for the logo for it.
Yes, it's so cool.
Which is going to be really cool, so that will be... Anyway, but I'm working on that, and it's just like, there's just so much.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is, so... At least I'm going to get to go and spend a day in San Francisco, so that's good.
Oh, yeah. And just for fun... when a couple episodes ago when we were joking about I was talking about my sisters and how, with being too casual about COVID and whatever, and Pitney was like, isn't that the one who's had COVID? And I said, oh no, her one sister, she and her husband's had COVID, and the other one, she and her husband's had COVID. Well, now the one who didn't have COVID before, now she does have it. So now both of my sisters and both of their husbands have had COVID, and I'm still managing to not, because I don't leave my fucking house.
And hopefully you don't get it, but if you do, I had it. Wasn't the end of the world. But it still was a pain in the ass.
But the problem with my sister having COVID is that during this week when my dad's home care nurse is recovering from surgery that she had yesterday, this is a great time for my sister to have COVID, which means that I am the only person who can take care of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I am taking care of my dad every day.
Yeah.
In addition to working a full-time job. And everything else. And it's like, I don't know.
Well, you can fly me out and I'll take care of him, because he'd love that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like I have time, but
I know exactly.
Oh my god, your dad would be so uncomfortable.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy our show, please take a moment to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher.
If you send us a screenshot of your review, we'll send you a Bitchin' Boutique sticker.
Everyone loves stickers! Please subscribe or add us to your favorites wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribers get new episodes first and are also more attractive.
Drop us a line anytime at PitneyAndAmelia@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you! You know how busy we are? For real? Pitney and I recorded new intros and outros in July. And I haven't been able to edit them yet. So we're still using like our outros from 2019, even though they're totally outdated. And I've been dying to replace them. And it's October now. I don't have time to do anything, you guys. So bear with us. I'm so tired.